Hi y'all. What's up, y'all? How everybody doing? I hope everybody doing good because I am. Now I'm excited, gang, because y'all know all the questions we got about Bree Bree. We got answers now. We got answers now. I'm finna show y'all. Look. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to the Paya gang, the notification squad. Shout out to the new people too. Disclaimer, fair use act, education use purposely only. All rights to the image, music clips, and other material used belong to their prospective owner. We do not claim ownerships. Now check this out, gang. We all seen the photos. Kenneka in the car. Y'all remember this? We seen the photo. And guess who had the keys? Bree Bree. Why was Bree Bree missing? Y'all remember what Kilo Brown said when she was telling their side of the story? But she had a little twist to it. Monifa this, Monifa that, and Monifa did this, and Monifa that. And the whole time it was Bree Bree on the move. Check this out, y'all. Y'all know how we be watching the footage. Man, this footage finna make a lot of sense now. Cause the 911 call, you got to understand the 911 call. Before I play the lobby footage, it's finna make a lot of sense. I put this on everything. Bree Bree is caught up in the mix. This why they had to say Bree Bree wasn't there. Keep that in mind. They had to say Bree Bree wasn't there because at the same time, Kenneka ain't there. And it happened on Bree Bree watch. So they needed Monique to say, hey, you left her out in the hallway. That's why on the 911 call, Miss Teresa made a big thing about nobody don't supposed to have her keys. Because if you pop the person with the keys, you will pop the person that how Kenneka got in that car. And once she got into that car, you got to explain how she ended up in that pool. Ooh. And the whole time, when y'all seen them people come back in the lobby, everybody from the room, that's where they was going, to the parking lot. Cause that's when they place her in the pool area. Guess who gave me this information? Check this out. The 911 call, Miss Teresa said, yeah, it was a lady in the lobby. In the lobby. And she did see my daughter there with a group of girls and a group of guys downstairs. And then turned around and said she was upstairs too, on the 11th floor. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Now watch this game. This how you finna put Kenneka in the car when Bree was missing. And this why Kilo Brown came with that narrative. And I was like, man, there's some truth to this. Everything what she said was the truth, but only flaw that was in it, Monique name. Look, let's speed it up. The ladies is in the lobby. You gotta keep in mind of the timestamp. Kenneka supposed to be already there. Right? Check this out. They go to trans or later, whatever you call it. Bree is seen in the lobby at what time? This is. That's at 1:14. Y'all see she got on down. And the trans is right there. So Bree don't want to be nowhere near the trans. Notice that. So Bree go to the elevator. Keep this in mind. What Irene said. Yeah, they called me when they got downstairs. So you're gonna have Irene downstairs with a couple of her people, right? Check this out. Look, just pay attention to the footage. That's all you gotta do. Pay attention to the footage. Don't worry about nothing else. This the truth. This is the truth. I'm finna put you in the car with Kenneka. Cause look, Bree goes. We know they ain't going upstairs to the room. Look who on the move. Red Jacket, right? Watch this. Red Jacket is on the move when Bree showed up. So boom, once when Red Jacket leaves, watch this. Alright, you got the translator. Bree is gonna be with Irene. Ain't no telling what they doing up under the camera, cause they could be standing right up under the cameras. Right? But the whole purpose of this story is no Kenneka. It's no Kenneka, right? No Kenneka. So look. Security went outside. I'm finna get your attention. Reason why I say this. This is why. If you pay attention to the footage, this is why, bruh. Why they got pictures of Kenneka in the car. I'm finna show you why that girl in that car. That girl is in the car deceased. Look. Watch the footage. Remember the 911 call? Everything what Miss Teresa said. I never caught on to it. Boom. He coming back in. The lady, the train's gonna be at the front desk. Something already going on at this point. Right? Look. See that? He a little hostile about something. Look, watch this. He finna go back. Ooh. Ooh. And remind y'all, the train's gonna be at the front desk, just like what Miss Teresa said. Yeah, I was downstairs. Cause I was trying to get reception on my phone cause there was a weak Wi-Fi signal. So yeah, I did saw your daughter downstairs with a group of girls and a group of guys. What time this trans will be seeing all of this? Let's peep out the movement. Just peep out the movement. Look at this. Bruh, look at this. Just look. Don't that bald head dude look familiar? Don't this big dude right here look familiar? Check it out. Check it out. All right. Boom. Trans on the phone. Now you see Irene. Now Irene finna show up. Boom. They go Bree Irene now. So look how many minutes they showed up. Now keep this in mind. Since we already exposed, they all know each other. Look on the footage how they trying to play like they don't know each other. Now you see the college students. The college students came from the back door, walked down food court hall, and walked out. See how the college student when they played the role? Did you see that? The college students came from the parking garage, walked through the back door just to walk out the front door. So what's really going on? And these medical students too. No, I hope nobody don't ignore about the college students. Look, when you ask that, could this be she on the lookout or stalling time? She on the lookout. They go more college students, then employees. Now, when you think of organ harvesting at its finest, then these people got third-party staff member in plain clothes that's in the cleaning crew. You see how he walked? Did you see how that college student talked to somebody on that camera? Check it out. Look at their operation. It's an operation. This what you really looking at. This what you really looking at. So when Zillionaire said, oh, that's when they were doing the operation. This when they were doing the operation? I don't know. But look at everybody on the move. See this? Look. Here go another college student. And you think she coming from a club game? You think she coming by herself? Nobody with. She just go to a ball game by herself. Why Miss Teresa didn't give a timestamp on what this happened on the video. When they come to the 911 call, Miss Teresa must have knew what time this footage. She must have already know what was gonna be on that footage. She already explained what you were gonna see on the footage. So look, boom, now you got Bree just coming out the bathroom. Look how long that she was in the bathroom, right? trying to see why she ended up back in, why Bree kept running back and forth to the parking lot. Keep this in mind. You gotta think about where Kenneka is. Second time the college student dude, and look, he gonna be going downstairs too. Check him out, cause he finna be going downstairs round about that same time. Now, whatever group you see that him was in, cause look, there go another set of college girls that came in from the back door. From the back door. They come in from the back door, right? These people in the same group, they came all in the same group. See how they act like they don't know each other? There you go, Sherry Cloud. When you said he wasn't no college student sitting in that hallway, now you see why I told you pay attention to him. Cause look, now this supposed to be a time that a crime being committed. Oh, when you said culture, how long was they with there? Look, man, we gotta watch the whole 36-hour footage. Then you will have the answer. I just tell you, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, they was there for a little minute. They were really there for a little minute. You know what I'm talking about? Now look, we know they ain't going to the front desk. We like, hey, do you got a room for the night? We looking for a room. Now, you know they already got rooms booked. So why would they be at the front desk? Check them out. Watch this. Look, y'all see those three girls? You gonna see two of them later on walking with a dude. And boom, now you got straight drop. See that? Now you see how everything on the move now. Check this out. Keep this in mind, straight drop them already checked in. I'm just paying attention to the footage, cause the whole purpose of me showing the footage, instead of people asking a lot of questions, Kenneka this and Kenneka this, everything what they heard, watching the footage would solve a whole lot of answers because of this. Because of this. It's the whole purpose of me showing the video. If you watch the whole video, now you will see that's how Kenneka ended up in the car. That's how they cover up for Bree. This who Kilo Brown was saying, yeah, when you know what I'm saying, who really lost Kenneka, who really lost her, bro. Check this out. 911 called Metro Risa said, look, it's gonna be a group of girls and a group of guys. They seen Kenneka downstairs. This gonna be around by the time that it went down, around close to it. Cause once you get to round 3, you're gonna see the translator again in the lobby. You're gonna see her again in the lobby. There you go, goddess. That's what I'm saying. 'Cause look, the whole time it's going down in her room. That's her room. Look, that's the translator room. They got us thinking it's an Irene name. Come on, y'all think the room is in Irene real name with a book fraudulent credit card? No. And look at the eye movement. Look, you see how dude just want to come in and just stare at the computer screen all of a sudden? You don't think that's strange behavior? Like, yeah, I need to go check and, you know what I'm saying? And boom, look at the back of the translator, then I'm finna walk back out. Ain't that strange? Look, just look at the people that's checking in, look at the people that's coming in and going. There you go, Karen Turner. Hoping that scene ain't a man. But look what time this will be going on. Everything you see, keep in mind of the timestamp. Who would be at the front desk anyway on the phone that long at a hotel like this? And first of all, yeah, get the lights up, gang. Let's get the lights up, Jack. Now look, y'all see, now the translator at that front desk for a reason. She at that front desk for a reason. You got a room. You supposed to be in your room that you booked on the fraudulent credit card. So your body language already telling everybody, look, the room, I got to be in charge some type of way, responsible for the room. Cause you at the front desk, it's like you trying to create like an alibi in case anybody get caught up. This would be your way of saying, well, whatever doing in the room, I wouldn't know cause I'm in the lobby on the phone. But who you will be calling talking to for hours at the front desk? They think we some food. We ain't boo-boo the food. Makes you want to think what these dudes at the hotel for. You know, is they a part of the group or? Cause it just ain't normal that you see a group of guys checking in the hotel if ain't no girl showing up for them. Just check it out. It's the strange part about it, cause you got to look at the people. It'll make a lot of sense if you watch the whole footage. You'll be like, okay, why are they going to the front desk if they already got a room here? Normally, when you come back to the hotel, you going straight to your room. You don't need to stop at the front desk. Check everybody's movement now. Y'all be surprised who that is. Look who that's coming in. See that? Look, watch this. Look who that's coming in. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Somebody said something in the chat. Just seen Bree Bree. That's what I'm waiting on. Right here. Notice when Bree Bree come back in, she look downstairs to the lower level lobby before she head down food court hall. It's the reason why she finna go back to the car. Check this out. Watch this, gang. Cause this where everybody will finna be going to see where Kenneka was. Cause she was last with Bree Bree. Since she was the last with Bree Bree, they need to point the fingers at Monique and say you was the last one with her. So everything what Kilo Brown said was about Bree Bree. Well, now you finna see why they finna come in. Then when you think about Franz K. Letter, think about what Franz K. Letter said. There you go, gang. There they go. They come in the back door and leave at the front. And that's why they going to the car. That's why they going to the car, gang. Cause this about to happen. Friends K said when he went to the parking lot, he got the phone call to saying come to the pool. So that means when Friends K went back there, Kenneka would have had to came up missing before Bree left. And next thing you know, Bree to go meet up with Kenneka. And once Bree left, she left Kenneka like this. In the car, and went and told everybody in the room where Kenneka was. Simple. Watch the footage. Cause I got a video. And once I get through tweaking it a little bit, it gonna all make sense. But that's why he walking around with the earpiece on. Everybody got earpiece on. When I told y'all the staff was on the move, you see the staff on the move. I hope everybody's seeing certain college people is on the move and certain older white men that was on the move in regular clothes. Right? Check it out. That's why he will be on the lookout. That's why he will be on the lookout. That's why Kilo Brown said the girl that work at the hotel, she wasn't duty on time. She wasn't on duty, so she didn't have access to the hotel and she didn't have the keys. Remind y'all in the beginning they supposed to be like Monique worked there at the hotel and supposed to be playing in the freezer. Might be Bree Bree. Cause Bree Bree, every time Bree Bree on the move, Friends Cave on the move. Again. First time Bree Bree came out when that parking lot, Friends Cave got to running in the hallway on the lower level. What you seeing again? Bree Bree just leave. Friends Cave on the move again. So guess where they going to the whole time? Nah, they won't be the only proof on Bree Bree. The phone records. She got phone records. That's finna match up with this. So now you will understand when Kilo Brown was telling you, yeah, the dude's this and the dude did this. She knew Bree Bree was with her. People would still be in the room partying while Kenneka and Bree Bree missing. Cause soon when they did that to Kenneka, that's when Bree Bree hurried up and rushed back in the hotel and went up there to the room. That's why Franz K's sleeves rolled up. That's why his sleeves rolled up. See how everybody would come in, leave. You see how people would they come in from the back door, they leave out the front door. They come in the front door, they leave out the back door. Who would walk in the hotel do that? It's like about the 7 or 8 group I seen that did that. Check this out, right? Check this out. When you think about everything you just saw on the video, look at the timestamp. Everything you just saw on the video, look at the timestamp. So when you think about the narrative, think about the timestamp, what you just saw on the footage. And you know what you just saw, right? So when Tay Zonday was like, the police was like, look, stay off the camera because we trying to film a movie, and stuff like this. Now, you seeing the organization going to work. Now, look, if y'all think I'm lying, right? Y'all remember when I told y'all, I said, look, y'all remember when I told y'all, I said, y'all people, these people sacrifice themselves. They in movies now. They in movies. Everybody know Zillionaire in Hollywood, Jedediah, The Preacher. If I show y'all one more person that's in the Hollywood, right? That's in the movie, can I get the thumbs up? That nobody don't know? That nobody don't know? Y'all know Trey ain't gonna be acting. When I told everybody to do their research, I can show y'all one more person that's making movies out of her. And everybody know this lady. Everybody know this lady. This the cold part about it. Check this out. Matter of fact, I'ma hit it. Look, watch this. Y'all really finna thumb me up. If I show y'all one more person that's in movies in Hollywood that was covering the Kenneka Jenkins case, everybody already seen multiple actors on the Kenneka Jenkins case. They even got a movie, about. Look. Hold on. And I'm finna mess all y'all up. And check this out. I'm finna mess out. When I told y'all this what a real sacrifice look like. Hold on. I'm finna post it on my community wall. I'm finna show y'all how y'all slipping, bruh. Look. This is the reason why I'm showing y'all. Look at the footage. Y'all need to be paying attention not only to black people, but other people that's on this footage. Hold on, why this? Ain't none of y'all finna get this right. Look, ain't none of y'all finna get this right. I'm finna expose this. Thumb me up right now. Thumb me up right now. And I'm finna show y'all. But this is big. When Trey Gang told y'all, when I say this, I be saying this with my heart and soul. And I'm like, man, these people not gonna believe me. And I'm like, man, look, when I tell y'all these people sold they sold Kenneka to the devil for movie fames, money, want to be better rappers and contractors, and you know what I'm saying? You got informants into this family, Hollywood, right? Watch this. I'm gonna show y'all one receipt. I'm finna show y'all one receipt. Look, let me pause this. Check this out. I'm finna pause this. I'm finna go to her. Look. Hold on, gang. Hold on. Y'all remember her?
Because I'm getting messages. And I'm not going to be quiet. I'm going to tell y'all everything that I know, because I know for a fact that a lot of you...
Watch this. And I'm finna go to my community wall. Hold on. Here go my community wall. See this? Look. A sex-addicted stripper tried to start a clean life in a new city with a law student, but her lust for a man turned criminal. August Cole. What in the name? And look who's the writer. Do you know who the writer is? Did I show y'all who hacked Miss Teresa? Who hacked Miss Teresa's son page? Hold up. I got the pictures. Watch this, gang. Let me show y'all this. Uh-oh. Hold on. Where that picture at? Where is that picture? I gotta show it. I'm finna stop it right here. Y'all see that name right here? Y'all thought I was lying, bruh? You got August Cole linking back to the dude that hacked Miss Teresa page? That any Cali Breezy. You know who I'm talking about, that. Ooh. Bama Black. Now y'all see that. Let me see, can I find the picture? And I got his photos. And he on the footage. Hold up. Let me take my time, see can I find it, John. Let me start from the top to the bottom. Hold on, gang. Let me start from the top to the bottom. I'm finna show y'all this one more receipt and showing y'all, look how these people connected to these movies and these little small budget films, these snuff films they be doing. Hold on, gang. Matter of fact, let her talk. I'ma let her talk while I find the pictures, right?
This is not my video. Go to www.flyhype.com.
From September, 9th to today.
This
I'm
is
going
not
to
my
tell you
video.
what's going
Just
on.
listen what
and
happened.
You need to hear this. This is very serious.
I'm not sure if this is true or not, but
right?
this is
This
just the
what
story
happened.
I picked up.
Number 1, 2 girls were killed. Okay? 2 girls were killed. The footage that was released the night of Kenneka's death was fake. Okay? Her roaming the halls was scripted and staged. Her walking into the kitchen was scripted and staged. And also, the footage of the live video in the room was staged. They had all those kids go in there and pretend, okay? Kenneka died 3 days before that night. The woman that died that night is Antonia Evans, and y'all ain't even really seen her yet, unless you've been following the story. So I'm going to break it down to you, okay? Andrew Holmes is the activist that claims that he saw the footage of Kenneka walking into the freezer and then later on went back and denied it. That's Andrew Holmes. He's the black guy. He's the one that started all this shit. There was a girl that got raped in March, okay? She got raped in March of 2017, but she looked exactly like Kenneka. Now, you got Lenora and Teresa playing the mom and the sister. Those are...
Look, y'all. When I pulled him up, this the dude that I pulled up. I translated the name. Look, when I translated the name, right? Look, when I translated the name. I looked his profile up. I said, man, this man on the footage. I saw him on the footage. And when I looked his name up, boom, this is him. And I trace his family back all the way to India, where they harvest people, because he come from a rich family that's in the slave trade. See that? Nobody ain't finna believe me. Nobody ain't even finna believe me on this stuff, bruh. Nobody ain't finna believe this narrative that I got to tell y'all, cause y'all gonna be like, man, they gonna look. I promise you, this story might don't sound right to about 10 to 20 years later. We're like, oh my God, this story was actually real for real. Bruh, y'all go look up this name. There you go, Cali Breezy. There you go, Cali Breezy. Look this dude up. Then you go on Mitch Reese and them family. Watch how you finna see some Muhammad's on that John. People from Israel. They Israel with Indians. Look.
That is not her mom, and that is not her motherfucking sister, okay? She's not neither of them. The sister is actually related to the girl that was raped in March that looks like Kenneka, but that's not her. So I'm going to tell you what they did. They hid Brianna in Indiana and paid Kenneka to play 2 people. They played Kenneka to play Brianna.
And y'all will be crazy if I show y'all the text messages in Kenneka's phone. Look. Let's start off with the first text in Kenneka's phone. Do you want to go to the show with the hood tonight? To the show? To the show? Now y'all see why Hollywood was involved, bruh. That's why Dr. Oz and them, because look, these people have real film crews, they're bruh, filming this. And the best footage they're gonna have is the surveillance footage. You ain't just gonna need no cameras all out and all this. The surveillance is the best setup. And then you want to know why Clark Avenue, the YouTuber, talking about Monifa didn't join no Illuminati. Look at all the people surrounding her death. That's in the music game. That's in the movie game. TV shows, everybody got something to sacrifice. Look, everybody knows she a scribble and she went to Las Vegas. She from Kenneka neighborhood. She told everybody she staying with the Teresa block. All of a sudden she moved to Las Vegas, and all of a sudden Kilo Brown moved to Las Vegas. What? Look.
Because she looked so much like her, and they also paid her to play a girl that died in the freezer, but she was never supposed to die. The other girl that died is Antonia Evans. So listen to me, because this is confusing. There's 3 girls.
And then make it so bad, you can go to this. Look. Then go Keela Brown.
So y'all keep saying like, oh, how y'all on her life but ain't showing her on her shit? Cause you know we all everybody knows somebody that knows somebody everywhere.
2 scribbles went to Las Vegas, bruh, and trying to gain fame off this shit. Notice how she got threatened by King Rob. And notice how she was going with Chosen King narrative. Look. Go look up this man right here. I swear to God. This name right here. Look it up right now. Go look it up right now. If you look, go look it up right now. Then you'll be like, wait a minute. Thinking about the security team. August Cole.
3. There's Antonia Evans. There's Kenneka. And there's Brianna. Brianna's still alive. That's the girl that was originally raped. That was in on it too. She got paid to allow them to use her picture to pretend that was Kenneka. So on Dr. Oz and on the news and all that shit, that was Brianna's picture. That wasn't Kenneka. But they paid Kenneka to play both parts because they were...
I'm so glad that you mentioned the girl that Walmart walked in the oven, because they the same nationality. Go look at the people that's in the organization, the organization they in. You see what I'm saying? Look, the people that I looked into the organization, I'm like, man, the world ain't even gonna believe this. If I just straight up and tell you these people, man, these people in the slave trade, and these people really sacrifice kids, they loved ones, and they turn around to eat them. They turn around and eat them. You gonna say, y'all gonna think I'm crazy when I say, y'all people, these people eat people, bro. Did that girl from P. Diddy, the girl that spoke out in the P. Diddy case, the one, the girl that was sitting in his lap, she finally spoke out. Guess what she said they made her do? Eat people, bruh. They said they were impregnating them girls. They'll make them girls have their kids and make them eat their own babies. You see what I'm saying? They eating humans. Check this out. I said, look, I even said this. Before the girl came out, I'm like, man, y'all know these people be eating people. Where y'all think all these missing kids be coming up missing? And nobody don't never find these kids. Look, Y'all know what's the strange part about this? Do you know what's the strange part about this? I ain't even gonna lie. I connected this all the way back to the Ori and Austin case. Cause these people had a hotel. A 5-star hotel, but it was a kids resort. Nobody didn't hear me. Nobody didn't hear me. This is a kids resort, a 5-star hotel where they fly these kids to the hotel and these kids think they like at a summer camp, bruh. That's how I found that out. By tracing the route. Tracing the van. He said he came from this way. He said he last saw the boy. So when I looked into it, I said, oh, then they closed the hotel down. Then these people got a private airport right there by the joint. Do you see what I'm saying? That's why the police covered that up. But look at these, man, look, these people would kill people just to get a role in Hollywood, bruh. Look, everybody in this movie right here had to do something. Not because anybody got talent, bruh. You can find talent all across the world. It's not about your talent. Because they can find somebody that's willing, bring that demon out and sacrifice. Prove your loyalty. Because if I'm going to make you rich and famous, because you're going to be more powerful, I'm going to have to control you. Look.
You're going to get money off of Antonia Evans' organs. So both of those girls were put on Front Street. The only person that was not supposed to be known about was Antonia Evans. Now I'm going to tell you who Antonia Evans is. Antonia Evans is the woman in the freezer and the woman in the casket. That is a 48-year-old woman that went missing the same time as Kenneka. Her mother is 65 years old and has been looking for her for months. Talk to her daughter every day. All of a sudden she disappears. So let me tell you what they did. They tricked Kenneka and told Kenneka they were going to kill Antonia at the hotel. She was supposed to get a lump sum of money for the organs. So the real Kenneka thought she was about to get paid off, but they ended up killing her ass off too, because she was young and her body was more valuable.
I won't even be surprised if that's one of the ways they had Kenneka playing in the hallway. They probably could have told Kenneka, play drum. Man, check this out. If a big YouTuber, watch this, y'all want to know how powerful Kenneka look. If a big YouTuber, I challenge any big YouTuber that's bigger than me that got over 100-some-thousand followers. I challenge these people, look in the Kenneka Jenkins case, look this name up. Would the organ house theory would make sense? Would all the movie theory would make sense? Why King Rob, like, yeah, you have film producers there, you have movie directors there, and nobody never saw this on the footage. Cause you know why nobody ain't never saw it on the footage? Cause nobody just ain't just really watching it. Do you see what I'm saying? And then plus, you won't even know who to look for. So if nothing did happen to that girl at this time, look.
So basically, yeah, Kenneka was at the hotel, but not on the 9th. She was there on the 6th. She got drunk. She got there early in the daytime. She got drunk. Her friend Monifa, once she was drunk, took her to the cremation place. And when she went to the cremation place, it was the mom, the fake sister, and the big dogs and the higher-ups. They took her ass out, bro. Bam, no more Kenneka. Mutilated her body, took all of her organs, no more Kenneka. Alright, now we need somebody to put in the casket at this funeral. That's where Antonia comes in. They killed Antonia, took Kenneka's clothes from the cremation spot, put them on Antonia, put Antonia in a casket, and buried her under Kenneka's name. That's what they did. So basically, now that people are investigating, they're about to pull up the body, and I bet money they didn't expect for this to get this big, bro. They didn't expect that. They about to exhume the body and watch. It's another woman in there. It's not gonna be no 19-year-old girl. The 19-year-old girl is fully cremated. She's gone. There's nothing left. She's already been ran through crematory, okay? She's gone. But Teresa's the killer. The mom is the killer. It was a sacrifice and like a mini movie. This lady was about to be getting paid her whole life. Probably get.
Y'all heard what she just said? It's gonna be a mini movie.
Teresa's the killer. The mom is the killer. It was a sacrifice and like a mini movie. This lady was about to be getting paid her whole life. Probably get a movie deal and all of that shit. You know what I mean?
And she ain't lying, cause look, she ain't lying. Watch this. Watch this.
It says based on a true story, but I've looked all over the internet and it won't tell me what true story it's based off of.
April attends a party with her best friend Brittany. She ends up getting too drunk and has to call a
Going to a best friend party with Brittany? What? Man, is these receipts?
Did they really make a movie based on Kenneka Jenkins, or is this about somebody else?
I honestly don't know because it says based on a true story, but I've looked all over the internet and it won't tell me what true story it's based off of.
April attends a party with her best friend Brittany. She ends up getting too drunk and has to call an Uber home. But she soon realizes that the Uber has other plans for her, and that's when things go left.
Ride for April?
Excuse me, where are we going?
Just trust me, everything is okay. Lift up your top.
Do what the doctor says.
The surgeon was hired to take our organs.
Do what the doctor says.
The surgeon was hired to.
Do I need to go back to Kenneka crime scene photos and show y'all where they at? Bruh. Do I need to show you the photos of the girl's stomach? Man, wait a minute. Let me show y'all. Hold on. Let me show y'all Kenneka right quick. Look at all this subliminal messages. They telling y'all how they can get a kidney out. Hold on, let me show it to y'all. If I can find that shot.
Take our organs.
I figure 2 hours for the surgeries, 1 hour to dispose of the bodies.
So when it come to organs, you gotta look at it. How long the surgery gonna be? If you're gonna take the organs, then how long they gonna take you to dispose of the body? You got to listen to the key stuff, bruh. Hold on.
You came by to see if April made it home okay?
I thought she was riding with you.
Track your phone. She's at Lehman Family Farms.
Let's begin, and then we never have to see each other again.
It's so cold in here. Ladies, you first, huh?
As a woman, But Teresa's the killer. The mom is the killer. It was a sacrifice and like a mini movie. This lady was about to be getting paid her whole life, probably get a movie deal and all of that shit. You know what I mean? As a woman, a grieving mother. Okay? So Kenneka is dead. And the woman y'all don't know about, like I said, Antonia Evans. Now, if you are still confused, let me post 3 videos. I promise you'll watch this. And the reason why you guys need to know this is because if they're doing stuff like this and getting away with it, that's not good for us. Okay? That means a lot to me. What are you trying to declare? You know? So, yeah. Like I said, I'll send you the videos so you can see for yourself. We have documents, records, and
She said she got documents and records and on all of this stuff. This is this disclaimer: Fair Use Act, education use, personally only. All rights to the image, music, clips, and other material that belong to their respective owner. We do not claim ownerships and we do not claim the rights. Then think about think about Selena Gomez video, Justin Bieber video, you know what I'm saying? And then make it so bad. Hold on, let me show y'all this. Hold on. Matter of fact, let me do it like this here. Saints and Sinners.
I found Sight and Sound Theaters at 300 Hartman Bridge Road, Runks, Pennsylvania, 17572.
Saints and Sinners, Season 6.
According to Amazon.com, Season 6 sees former Mayor Ella Johnson stepping into a new role as special prosecutor leading a task force to take down those responsible.
Hold on, guys. Dog. If y'all go to Saints and Sinners, that's what what you call play on Zillionaire, right? So boom. Then if you got these, so that let me look. I don't got no respect for Hollywood. I ain't watching none of they shows. Everybody that, you know what I'm saying, that work for these people, I don't even, man, bro. I ain't got no interest in these people no more, bro. I see what's going on. Seeing that. Hollywood don't want nobody unless they gonna sell out. They don't care if you famous or trying to get famous. If you trying to get if you got talent, they'll have somebody copycat your talent and pay these people, bruh. Man, I'm so glad that you mentioned all kosher food is eating human beings. If you look up the word kosher, bruh, look where that word finna originate from. Look where it originating from. I know one thing, everybody that's on that footage, they ain't living the regular life no more. They ain't living no regular life no more. I bet you that, Jack. Look, just peep the game. This why that girl was chosen for this, bruh. Look how everybody benefited off of her death. That's a real sacrifice. Everybody benefit off her death. Everybody got something off that girl's death. It was enough to go around to pay not only people in the room, but police officers, judges, prosecutors. What type of powers these people gave they, bruh? Man, this just to show me, man, how much the devil power, how much power do he really got? This is crazy. I mean, this is really blowing my mind right now. Like, look how much the power. Look where we stand at with the case. But look what everybody else standing there with the case. They living their best life right now. We the one that's in the dark, hurt emotionally. You know what I'm saying? We emotionally connected to this shit. These people financially connected to this, bruh. Man, this what selling your soul to the devil look like. This what money do to people, bruh. This what money do to people. Don't care who it come across. Look. Then look at the time frame. Want to know the strange part about this? Cause y'all remember when I showed y'all on my community wall, right? Look, if you think I'm lying, do your research. This same dude right here, guess how I connect him to the Kenneka Jenkins case? Reading paperwork on the Kenneka Jenkins case and come to find out this was one of the doctors. His name in the paperwork. You see what I'm saying? I'm trying to tell everybody. When I was trying to tell everybody, I said, y'all remember the Sheriff Jacob lady? That's the tall Chinese looking like lady, right? She got her doctor license. She a surgeon. If you got your license surgeon, why would you be a manager at a hotel? And you can make way more money. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, y'all. Man, y'all can go look it up. I'm looking it up on my other phone. Go look at all the movies that he look. He filmed the Thought of Murders, Babies in the Hood, Seven and Wasteland, Nino Revenge. Go look at all the movies. Go look at all the movies, bruh. Look that name up. Hold on. That's how I found them in the Kenneka Jenkins case. Reason why I'm showing y'all this footage right here, cause this finna explain. Here we go again in a 911 call. In a 911 call, right? Why you think Mitch Teresa said, yeah, they wouldn't have seen it? This a different set. This a different set. She know she had to been on some kind of movie theater to be talking about, yeah, this a different set. Nobody wouldn't have seen it. But this was like about 3, 4 in the morning. This like 3, 4 in the morning. How would you know nobody would have seen it? You got people walking around in the lobby. And then make it so bad, guess where Kenneka is? Look, the whole time, this where Kenneka was at. In the car. That's where they was going. Cause that's where Bree finna lead her at. That's where they coming from. They had us thinking, oh, she was roaming the hall lost. The girl was in the car the whole time. I'm glad that you mentioned Tom Hanks. Cause don't y'all know what was the conspiracy theories about Tom Hanks? Y'all didn't hear the conspiracy theory about Tom Hanks? Boy. Look, Miss Teresa got that footage. That footage that you asked about, where's that footage that led KJ to the car? Miss Teresa got the footage to the car because she told everybody how my daughter get outside. She saw the footage. She just know who was all on it, bruh. Why you think Miss Teresa didn't have no problem them holding the parking lot footage? Why you think Miss Teresa was okay with the time skips? Why you think Miss Teresa never said nothing about security running on the footage? Why Miss Teresa never mentioned security out her mouth? What was security when my daughter come up missing? I want to talk to security. Nothing about security. See why? Don't mention them, because if you mention them, you're going to have people looking into these people. And people going to be focused more on the staff than everybody in the room. And look how much tea you will have looking in the employee. Because you basically got all the scoop on the people in the room. You got all the scoop. You know they a part of it. You know these people had a role to play, and that's how the girl came up to see. They couldn't have did it without the hotel help. And look, that's the reason why they had to cover this stuff up. Cause look at all the people that's on the footage that look like normal people, but these people is some real rich, powerful people on the footage. Check this out. Do y'all think these people came to a clubs game? They got club gear on like they came from a clubs game, right? You think they would have all this luggage just to go to a clubs game? All of this. Come on, man. Look. You see this? Come on, bruh. If you come and taking a trip just for a club, you don't need that much luggage. No wonder why people were trying to make them stand out on the footage. Cause I always wanted to know, why would he walk all the way to the back dock just to throw a cooler away? We ain't never know he threw a cooler away, but we see him go back there with the cooler, but then come out with the cooler. We don't even know what was in the cooler. It could have been anything. And the whole time, these people had us trying to find Kenneka in the hotel, chase this camera around, trying to find out where Kenneka could be at. And the whole time, Kenneka is right here in the parking lot. In the parking lot. No wonder why we see the car bag up towards the pool area. That's why everybody was going in the same direction. And the same direction lead where? Her. Where Kenneka is. In the car. Cause you don't want everybody to be seen on the footage going to the car, do you? No. Look, Bree finna come in. Watch this. There go Bree. You just seen Man come in. Everybody came out from the parking lot inside the hotel. So where you think Bree will be coming from? And when Kilo Brown said, what Kilo Brown video with? That's why Kilo Brown was like, yeah, girl, you came back to the room talking about Kenneka gone and missing. That was Bree, not Monifa. You see what I'm saying? That's what Kilo Brown's story come in at. She told y'all everything how Kenneka. Then make it so bad. Even Irene said Bree left with a group of girls and a group of guys. Ain't that the same thing Miss Teresa said on the 911 call? Payal. Payal. Look how Bree come in. Watch how she come in a hurry. So if she parked in the car garage, she could have came from the back door. So she walked around the building, came back in. She left Kenneka in that car, bruh. Cause look where everybody finna start going to. It match up what Frank's Cave said.
And proof. That lady at that funeral in that casket was a 48-year-old woman named Antonia Evans and how dangerous it can be, you know, depending on what you're talking about. You don't want to end up like me. I did a video about Kenneka Jenkins in December of last year, and it went viral. I got 3.4 million views on the video, and after that, my life never was the same. Like, you know, whenever you do a video and you're trying to expose the government, you're trying to expose all this crazy stuff, just don't do it. Just don't do it, because you're putting your own life into danger. I'm already zapped. A lot of people, they don't understand the level of technology and
Look, you even got, I told y'all about T Slay. Look, T Slay know what she be doing, bruh. Look.
okay, nobody, don't ask me for an interview. I don't want any interviews. I don't want to talk to any of you motherfuckers. You niggas are straight clowns. You don't care about this little girl. You don't care about justice. All you care about is pretending like you don't know what the fuck is going on so that you can keep getting followers. I'm not fucking with you. Don't ask me to do an interview with any of you motherfuckers. I'm gonna move forward by myself and off YouTube and fuck all y'all. Bye. Okay.
See that? Look. Come on, bruh. I know this not no scribble.
911 is a critical emergency. Yeah. Better run. Coming down with the 143. Hey, yeah. Told me this rod was mine. Such a beautiful lie. Now it's done, and this love is no more for me. Yeah. Okay. Hey, bro, do me a
See,
favor.
they got these
Stop making fun of
You mean Tim, these people green, these people whack as hell. And trying to make it up in the music game with this whack ass talent, and no wonder why they got to kill people, bruh.
911 is a...
Come on, man.
Pretends I will take away the pussy, he repenting for his sin. I'm an aphrodisiac so we can get it every day. I'm a certified...
I can't believe it, bruh. Same thing for this sucker. Same thing with these suckers, bruh.
What's happening? Facebook? It's your boy Brianna once again. I sing the song. It's actually a request. It's for what? No matter, no matter, my money and my cars, you can have it all, yeah. Those cotton candy. See, I'm fortunate.
No wonder. Man, no wonder, bruh. No wonder why these people all want to be rappers, sacrificing people. They all trying to break down the Kenneka Jenkins case. Really trying to blow up off the girl, bruh. Look, Monifa. Sister did not join the Illuminati.
How many hours do you work out to look like that? I don't work out. Yeah, so how often do you meet with a dietitian? Never.
Huh? I ain't got no change. Get you up. First off, ain't nobody even lie to you, your little ugly ass. Y'all see how my husband the Nike queen.
Now, the fact that she says Kenneka right after she talking about I ain't drunk, I'm just enjoying myself after Irene said y'all ain't here drunk. The fact that she brought up Kenneka, man, it's crazy how Kenneka pops up in her head while they talking about being drunk.
I see why they came at Trey Gang, because Trey Gang was destroying these people careers, bruh. These people had the careers they were trying to achieve. And Trey Gang killed all of this stuff, bruh. Look at this stuff, bruh. All try to make it. I see why they were trying to come at Trey. They like, man, bro, Trey Gang, we work too hard for this. We can't let this nigga. So now I know why he would be in panic mode. I used to think that, oh man, they probably somewhere chasing that girl around there. But man, that girl already deceased. Already deceased.
Why they talking about being drunk? Ain't that crazy? You know, I be putting shit together, man. I be that stuff just, you know, I felt that right there. I felt she was being funny. You feel me?
Enjoying myself. Hey, Kenneka. Check it out right quick.
Yo, what's good, everybody? It's your boy Clark Avenue, man. You already know what time it is. Definitely.
Trey Gang was on everybody's top. Trey Gang was on everybody's top. That man, there was an op in there, Kenneka Jenkins. I sniffed them bastards out and got on their top. I made sure I'm gonna have all the receipts I need in case these bitches try to come and call me a liar. You know, this just to show you, prove that Trey ain't been keeping it real. You know what I'm saying? These thorough searching, just going in for that girl because he passionate, got a heart about it. You know what I'm talking about? Look, Bree on the move again. Look, watch this.
You know what time? All y'all know what
Trying
time
to
it
debunk
is.
me.
Yeah. So everybody hit that like button right now. Smash that like button right now. Go ham. You feel me? Go crazy on that mug right now. But yeah, man, I got a question for some of y'all out there, because all my supporters already know what it is, because they not falling for no dumb shit. You feel me? They not falling for it. So can anybody out there give me a valid reason why Trey Gang keep my name in his mouth? Why he keep saying Clark Avenue? Whatever he trying to say don't even make sense to begin with. You feel me? So can anybody give me a valid reason why he keep my name in his mouth? Go ahead and leave it in the comments. You feel me? Go ahead. Yeah. Because if you don't and you watching this, you feel me? I already know what it is. And Trey Gang know you watching it too. So, but you know, give me a valid reason. But yeah, man, we about to get into this footage, man, and that's damn near the topic. You feel me? That's the topic for the night. So we about to get right up into this. I ain't about to keep y'all waiting.
Watch now. Look, everything what everybody know I've been preaching this for the last years. Few years now, right? And watch how he tried to debunk Trey Gang, and now he really finna sound like a dumbass. Trying to debunk the truth and expose yourself.
That's that dude y'all been wanting me to talk about. Wondering why I haven't been talking about actually. What's his name? This the dude Trey Gang trying to tie me to. Who is that? Somebody let me know. Give me some information, because I'm lost.
He trying to get everybody, get him information just to try to
Look at him.
Do y'all know this or do this? If they don't know this, let me see, can I debunk them right quick?
When he comes through here, he goes through the double doors right to the right. To the right. But yeah. Lil Meek Avenue, that's his name. Ain't it? I'm bullshitting with y'all. Like, so this is who y'all call Lil Meek Avenue. Trey Gang's favorite picture right there. That's his favorite picture. Damn, that shit blurry. But yeah, you get the picture. Y'all been looking at this photo for the longest. But we gonna get into this, alright? You feel me? At least you could do is you know, some of y'all, not everybody, but at least y'all could do is appreciate real shit, you feel me? This guy right here, the guy that was talking to Resco in the lunchroom. I'm gonna show y'all that too, and I'm gonna tell you why I feel some type of way about that footage. The reasons why I feel some type of way about that footage. But yeah, Lil Meek Avenue, that dude. Now right here, this is when Lil Meek Avenue come in this lunchroom at 8:19. Feel me? Not too long after he came down this hall. There he comes.
She had already been in here for, I don't know, a little minute. But yeah, man, he comes in. He takes a seat. Oh, it's Resco.
With inflation, even my tutoring wasn't cutting it. And my husband, I was already working almost 80 hours a week.
This is your shut up check, right?
Right.
This absolutely exceeded all expectations for me.
On 1 to 10, I would go to 100, to be perfectly honest.
My wife almost divorced me on our honeymoon because I had been lying to her about how much money I made. The truth was, I was more than $100,000 in debt. I'll never forget that fight for 2 reasons. Number 1, it happened on our honeymoon. And number 2, it led me to discover the truth.
Just come past. Now, Resco does have a conversation with him. Resco went and got him a plate, a muffin, and a coffee.
Since Trey Gang got all the footage, they know this. Okay, since I'm breaking down with Little Meek, I'm showing everybody Little Meek in the break room talking to Risco. But he know what's after this footage. Cause when Risco got through talking to Little Meek, guess who else he gonna be on the footage talking to? Straight Drop and King Rob. That's what you're gonna see. Cause once you follow Risco out the kitchen, guess who he finna go meet up with? Straight Dropping them right there in the back of the kitchen. Then once he meets Straight Drop back there in the back of the kitchen, he gonna walk to the lobby, and guess who he finna meet up with? King Rob. And once he meet up with King Rob, guess where Little Meek finna go? Cause you got to follow Little Meek. You got to follow these people throughout the whole day. That's why they was so scared, because they was like, man, look. Because they like, man, look, we know if Drake ain't talking about this, we know his next content gonna be about the next camera. Who Risco else was talking to. You see what I'm saying? But pie y'all, man, Drake ain't finna get on about this, John. I appreciate the love and the support. Appreciate the likes and the share, gang. I appreciate all the thumbs up. You see what I'm saying? But now look. Trey ain't showing y'all a connection to Hollywood. If you go to Miss Teresa's page and any people that was at that party, look at their lifestyle now. They ain't living like regular people. They ain't living like us. You see what I'm saying? But yeah, we'll be back tomorrow. And we're gonna turn up. Because I really want to expose Bree in the car. But I got so caught up in the moment when y'all got to dropping those bombs in the chat. I had to, man, whoa, let me put everybody on game, because everybody catching on. Everybody eyes opening now. Bye, y'all. Man, Trey Gang love y'all, man. Y'all be cool. And y'all be safe. And we'll be right back. It ain't over with, Jack.